Comic book look in a Brewsky with X-Men 101. Let's go. Hello, YouTube. Accident here once again. And X-Men 101. I mean, look at that cover. Iconic X-Men cover. There's so many iconic covers out there, especially when it pertains to X-Men, but this is clearly a top 10, dare I say, top 5 of all the X-Men covers. Just looking at the figure of Jean Grey as Phoenix with the red hair, the blues, the ocean in the back, the X-Men drowning, or I mean, what is not to like, right? Hey, all cheers to that. But in tonight's session, comic book look at a Brewsky, we're going to look into the interior pages of this iconic X-Men book, iconic comic book, to see what the pages of the interior look like. That is the whole point of this segment, is to take some of the most well-known comics, whether you've seen them at a comic book shop, at a comic book show, online, you've just seen some of these covers. They just, you know them, whether you know them or not. So this is what I wanted to do with this segment, is take them out of its packaging, however it is that you package, or should I say bag and board your books, which is the proper way to say it. And yeah, let's actually look at them. Let's flip the pages and see, take a gander at what's inside. Same as before, I will show me taking the comic book out of its Mylar bag. There's the tape right there. So let's go ahead and take it out. For the record, if you've seen my other videos, I use different types of tape. This is probably the worst tape you can use, is this clear tape, which as I'm doing these, I'm gonna start replacing. I like using the white tape. I should be using painter's tape, but it is what it is. Oh, there you go. I always take it out, and I always say this. Some people like to have a little flap here with the tape. For the purposes of these videos, I'm not saying that that's wrong or that you shouldn't do it that way, but for the purpose of this video, I like to take the tape completely off so that there's no risk of me having the comic book or me risking the comic book get caught in the tape as I'm pulling it out. But let's go ahead and take it out of its Mylar bag. Put this aside. And here you have X-Men 101. At least my copy. But let's, oh, come on now, come on. Oh, got a little bit of a bend there. I can't do this with every book, but I will do it with this. Oh, I can smell it from here. That good ink and old school paper, that newspaper style paper. You can just tell the difference between new books, old books, because of that smell. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. Ladies and gents, that is the good stuff. But enough weirdo stuff. Take a look at this cover. I mean, I have a pretty decent copy. There are issues with it, as you can probably tell. It's not a perfect book, but some of these older books do not come in such high grade qualities. The ones that do are very expensive. This copy I got from a place called Frank & Sons in the City of Industry, California, from a seller who his shop is called Excitebike Comics. If you've ever been in the California area, SoCal, and know of Frank & Sons, please go visit Excitebike Comics. They are awesome. Not only can I attest to that, but my homie Marvel can, my brother Bionic can, and a lot of others. But I'm trying to get some shots of this cover without any type of Mylar or comic book bag. without getting too much light on there. But there you go. I mean, whew, beautiful. Look at that. If you're enjoying my content, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop a new video. Most importantly of all, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Just before I open up the first page, I want to point out that this was the first book where the price changed. X-Men 101, X-Men 100 was 25 cents. And with X-Men 101, they upcharged it 5 cents. Inflation in the comic book world, ladies and gents, right before your eyes. Let's go ahead and open up these pages. I said this in my other videos. I love me a good advertisement. Look at that. Advertisement. Something very common with these comic books back in the 70s and 80s. Oh, you just watched me rip. Oh, did that come out on camera? You have to be so careful with these books. This is a risk I took. This is a risk that I knew might happen, but there you go. A lot of times these books have already cuts into the paper. It's just how they were. So even though I made it worse, it was already there. If you guys can see it there. Oh man. Okay. Well, I knew the risk. I definitely knew the risk. Oh man. But there you go. That's the first page. Wow. Okay. It took me a while to actually finally make do a little bit of damage to a book. Not that that's my intention, but there you go. See, check out the inside. You got the Blackbird there. The Phoenix Saga starts. Well, you technically starts with 101. Look at this. Look at these advertisements. I mean, Spider-Man action water glove. Yep. Yep. Cut out. Look at that. Look at that cutout right there. You used to have to mail that in along with other items that they would request from you. But the Phoenix Saga, definitely will not talk about it here. Although I am showing you the interior pages, one thing I don't really do in these videos is talk about the story. Why? I say it time and time again. I encourage you to go out and read the story, whether it's online for free. I mean, watch a YouTube video. There's a lot of great YouTubers out there that actually cover the story, sometimes page per page, sometimes just summarize it and give you a great summary, a detailed summary at that, way more detailed than what than just the pages. But look at the beautiful artwork there. The story is by Chris Claremont. They tell you right at the beginning here. There's no need to speculate. The artist is Dave Cockrum. Rest in peace. Gone way too soon. But there you have it. You have the author, the artist, and then so on and so forth. Here, I can read off the names, but those are the two main dudes, in my opinion, for this book. Yeah, I love this double, the double advertising, right? Look, friends, and more cutouts. These books were designed for kids to actually, for them to take advantage of these advertisements and go ask their parents, or maybe don't ask their parents, and just go send off for something. Yeah, so this is the first time we see Phoenix actually emerge. She made a pact with an entity called the Phoenix Force, which saved her life. You have to read the story to learn what led to that, and the events that caused the Phoenix Force taking over Jean Grey's body. Here we see them in the hospital. They're worried about Jean. This is the first book actually where Wolverine in dialogue shows his feelings for Jean Grey. Before this, you have Giant Size X-Men #1, and then it jumps right into X-Men 94. This is issue 101, so not too far. There's not a huge gap in between issues, but 101 was the first time that Wolverine showed his affection for Jean Grey. More advertisements. Well, this is an advertisement for Slim Jim. This is more of just an editorials. I used to love reading these. Very, very special people. Hey, you gotta love it when there's 2-page advertisements you flip over, and then there's 2 more pages of advertisements, and then more cutouts, right? Here we go. I mean, look at the detailed artwork here. The pinks and blues in the sky. Pay attention to details like that. Reading a comic book and just seeing these images, right? The sequential art, but the line work, the coloring, it's just, I mean, it's the reason why I love comic books. The storytelling is half of it. The artwork is part of it. I mean, the list goes on. Like 10 cents off for an IC. If I was a kid and I had this coupon, I totally would have cut it out. Did I just see an ad for karate lessons? Look at this. All right. Look at that. Free lesson at that. Storm. You gotta love Storm. For those that don't know, when she was first seeked out by Professor X in Africa, she was a nudist. Her first X-Men costume was very revealing, as opposed to the Jim Lee version where she's completely covered head to toe, which I never understood, especially considering her backstory. Why would she wear something like that? Oh, I guess that's a story for a whole other video. Never made sense to me. And the Joker knot, and of course, Mastermind. Mastermind is one of these guys that has a huge impact on the Phoenix Saga. If I'm not mistaken, this is Mastermind. I could be wrong now that I'm looking at it upside down. Or is that Doctor Strange? Don't listen to me. It's been a while since I read the Phoenix Saga. Now that I've said that out loud, put my foot in my mouth, it's like, wait a minute, that was not who you said it was. The Revolutionary War Soldiers. Look at that, 204 pieces for $2.25. These are those little soldier guys. Oh my, have times have changed. But there you go. And then Spalding Sports. And there was my copy of X-Men 101. I do always include the part where I put the book back in the bag. You saw me take it out, you might as well watch me put it back. All right. Oh, come on now. I'll add a piece of tape to the back of that, but there you go. That was it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the inside pages, interior pages of X-Men 101. Let me know in the comments section, ladies and gents, which books do you guys want to see me crack open, if you will, as long as they're not in a CGC case, right? In an enclosed case like that. As long as they are just bagged and boarded. And if I have it in my collection, I will flat out let you know in the comments if I have it or not. But if you let me know in the comment section a book that you want to see opened up, want to see the interior pages, take a gander at what the inside looks like. I'm here for you. Ladies and gents, as always, collect what you love what you collect. I'll see you in the next one.